Where do we find high protein foods on a plant-based diet? Did you know most of the plant protein consumed today comes from just three sources: maize, rice, and wheat? How boring! There are some really exciting high protein foods for a plant-based or vegan diet. So let's explore them. But first, welcome to the second video in our plant-based diet for weight loss series. If you'd like to follow along, please subscribe and click the notification bell. Also, we love answering your questions. So as you're watching, please leave your questions in the comments and we may even make a video for you. So let's cover some basic facts about protein. Proteins are made up of amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. There are 9 essential amino acids. Essential meaning we must get all 9 in our diet so that our body can take those amino acids and make the proteins we need to function. A food that contains all 9 essential amino acids is called a complete protein. Yes, very fancy. You just need to get enough of all of the 9 essential amino acids. And honestly, if you're eating a whole foods plant-based diet, as opposed to processed foods, including protein sources, you're likely to get enough. What do proteins do anyway? Why are they so damn important? Well, almost every structure in our body has protein, and almost every chemical reaction at some stage involves protein. So protein is pretty important. One could argue it might be the most important of all the macronutrients. On a plant-based diet, we need to make sure we're getting all 9 essential amino acids, which isn't hard when you know which foods to eat. The great news is vegan protein foods are fairly low in fat, pretty low in calories and cholesterol, which makes these foods great for weight loss as well. Let's look at a list of great protein foods for a plant-based diet, then we'll work out how much protein you need in a day. When comparing foods, always use the same measurement, so in this video we're going to use 100 grams as our baseline. Well, we need to start with the most obvious plant-based protein, and that's soy. Yes, it has all essential amino acids and is very versatile. 100 grams of tofu has about 83 calories and 10 grams of protein. Quinoa has about 120 calories and 4.5 grams of complete protein. Hemp seeds have 33 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's more than red meat, guys. And it is a complete protein. Hemp is one of the easiest proteins to digest with a great nutrition profile. 100 grams of hemp contains about 500 calories. This is a higher calorie content, but 47 grams of polyunsaturated fatty acids is where those calories come from. And we can forgive hemp for having so many calories because all of those polyunsaturated fats are great for brain and heart health. You might think this sounds like a lot, and you could be forgiven for that, but have you seen 100 grams of hemp? You won't go hungry, that's for sure. I'm a huge fan of hemp seeds because you can add them to so many recipes to boost your nutrition. Also, making hemp milk is crazy simple. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you instructions and you'll see how to do it for yourself. Pepitas are a great source of protein, but unfortunately they are missing the amino acid lysine. On the upside though, pepitas, also known as pumpkin seeds, contain about 30 grams of protein and about 500 calories per 100 grams. Pumpkin seeds are also loaded with nutrients and they're a really rich source of zinc. Lentils contain 116 calories and about 9 grams of protein. Lentils are very filling and full of fiber. They're a great way to lose weight because they'll stick to the sides for hours. You're not going to get hungry on a bowl full of lentils. Lentils are also really rich in iron. Chia seeds are packed with nutrients. They come out at about 18 grams of protein and 480 calories per 100 grams. Chia is a very rich source of iron and also calcium. Finally, we can't forget about beans. Beans. Beans generally have about 95 calories and about 5 grams of protein per 100 grams. Some of my other favourite protein foods are nuts and seeds. Almonds are a great source of protein, especially if you're using almond flour for a gluten-free diet. All seeds are high in protein, and the reason for that is because seeds contain all of the nutrients of the DNA of a plant. Spirulina is also a really rich protein food, but unfortunately isn't very tasty. If you're feeling game, give it a try. You never know, and let us know in the comments what you think about spirulina. So how much protein do you need in a day? This is really easy to work out. If you're an average person doing average daily tasks, meaning you're not a bodybuilder and you're not training for the Olympics, All you need to do is take 0.35 and multiply that by your current weight in pounds. So an example would be 0.35 times 150 pounds, and that equals 52.5 grams of protein. If you're using the metric system, you'll do 0.8 multiplied by your weight in kilograms. Okay, so about your hemp milk. You'll need 1 litre of water, that's about 34 ounces, and 1/4 of a cup of hemp seeds. Pop the seeds into a blender with just enough water to cover the seeds, and then give them a good blitz on high for a couple of minutes. You'll notice that the water will become quite white and creamy. Then add the remaining water. Store this in the fridge for a few days and it'll keep quite well. You can also play with the amount of hemp that you like. If you want it richer and creamier, you can add a little bit more hemp. You can also do halves, like half almond or half cashew. Cashew comes out really creamy with hemp and is full of nutrients. It's up to you and it's up to your taste buds. And you can actually make any nut or seed milk the same way. You don't need to strain it. If you don't like bits in your milk, which is understandable, just let it sit for a minute or two after you blend it, and the sediment will sit to the bottom, and then you just pour it into a bottle and then seal it and put it in the fridge. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video in our series, and the next video in our plant-based diet for weight loss series is about how to train your mind to stay motivated while losing weight. I'll put the link in the description, so come on over and join us for that video as well. We'll see you there.